STEM education is very important because it leads to a job. There are millions of jobs that will go unfilled because we do not have those that have been trained in science, technology, engineering, and math. And so it leads to a job. That's what education is about, among many other things. So STEM education is very critical to the future of our country.
STEM education is important because in today's world economy, those issues of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are the wave of the future.
I believe STEM is the learning that students need. STEM is widely used right now and important, especially in the technology age that we live in.
Education in STEM is very important in this day and age because the world runs on STEM. As our culture becomes more and more technology dependent, we need more and more people to fill positions in which they create this technology. The future is fueled by STEM.
Bryant Hornet Engineering is a good example of why it is important. I've had the privilege of being there in Bryant, seeing some of the great students and the teachers that are so devoted to it and their product. It helps stimulate our Arkansas students in terms of science and technology, education that's going to lead to great jobs in the future.
The Bryant School District is looking at STEM as an opportunity to involve more of our students in the learning that comes with the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields. We're trying to introduce our students to what those careers are, what those opportunities could lead to. Plus, what does it mean simply to be on that cutting edge, to be innovative, to be entrepreneurials in their work after they leave high school?
Well, STEM education really helps your critical thinking skills, and that's what is so essential in today's workplace. And so STEM education not only teaches about the technical aspect of science and engineering and math, but it also develops the skills of learning that are needed in the workplace, the team building exercises. And so STEM education brings a lot to the table. It leads to a job. It teaches the skills that are needed in the workplace and in higher education. And it really helps that student be prepared for the marketplace and the workplace of the future.
And that's what everybody tells us as we sit down with the business community. We want problem solvers. We want students that can work in teams. We want students that work together, communicate well, and with our STEM initiatives through our robotics, engineering, we know that that's what they demand: teamwork, communication, and problem solving.
The students are helping each other learn, as opposed to just a teacher sitting up there and telling you what to do. You are actually physically building, doing, figuring out what's right, what was wrong, and enjoying it. And you're using real life scenarios, you're using real life products, you're using your hands, you're problem solving, you're talking with your peers, and you're coming up with a solution to a problem instead of being told what the solution is.
Project Lead the Way and the robotics and engineering course at Bethel, to me, is exciting because it's engaging for kids. If you're doing something that's fun and exciting for you, then it's going to just be so much more meaningful to you.
Students want STEM education.
Right now we have a pretty serious gap in STEM jobs versus qualified applicants for these jobs.
Drafting and design, Autodesk, engineering, technical, programming jobs, that is where we have more jobs available. And so we need to have students that are prepared to fill those jobs.
I think it's very important to really focus a lot of energies on STEM education because these are the jobs of the future. These are the jobs that will move us forward.
The investment that is made in STEM education will pay hundreds fold down the line.
I would really like to see more young girls engaged in STEM education. I think that's a challenge for our nation.
STEM education has typically always been a male-dominated field.
We need to make sure that STEM education is available for our bright young girls like my granddaughter, that it is available for minorities and really every age group.
My vision and my hope, and I know that our staff is actively recruiting females, girls, into our STEM classes, into our robotics competitions. And I'm seeing much more interest out of our young ladies in our middle schools in our elementary schools.
STEM education is so important at this level because it's a great opportunity for girls to be interested at a young age. The engineering field is so short on women, and I hope to get this inspired to these young girls and let them see that engineering's fun and it's something that they can do. And I tell them all the time, wouldn't this be neat if you did this as a job? And they were like, yeah, it really would be. So I'm hoping to inspire a lot of girls to get interested in this field and continue on into the middle school and the high school.
I would love also to see Bryant High School be the most highly recruited pre-engineering program in the state as well as the country. And I think we can do it. We've got the student interest here, we've got the community support, and we've got the staff that make it interesting for students.
Having an engineering background, I was very excited to come into the Project Lead the Way materials, come to my first POE training, and see just what was being taught in these classes. This is real material. We are seriously giving kids a leg up and showing them what is needed to excel in engineering coursework, in college, and ultimately, in the marketplace.
Engineering, man, it's just the base of this whole thing.
Engineers make the world go round.
If you want to get the best engineering students to come to your program at your college or university, you go recruit the students out of Bryant High School.
I'm just very proud of Bryant Hornet Engineering, who've really led the way in terms of STEM education and inspiring students. And so I want to thank all the teachers, all the dedicated professionals and students that take these classes. I'm proud of you. You're going to make a great difference for Arkansas, and you'll have a great future because of it.